This video response is to Tess Tizel's video, White Men That Promote Natural Hair. I'm going to have to disagree with your take on the video. I think that these white men are promoting natural hair because it's definitely a healthy option for black women, for some black women that choose to grow their hair out natural. Also, there are black women that perm their hair, that have healthy hair that's long and that's thick, and that's fine. However, for most black women, for a lot of black women, they're finding that, when they perm their hair is not as healthy as they may want it. Also, with a lot of black women, it's difficult when you perm your hair to grow long hair. Black women can grow long hair like any other race, but when you are putting so many chemicals in your hair, month after month, 3 months after 3 months, how often, it's done, your hair starts to drop off slowly and slower and slower and slower. And a lot of black women have experienced this, and a lot of black women are not necessarily going natural for any self-hate propaganda. A lot of them are just doing it because they want long, healthy hair, and being natural is one of the options in achieving that. I'm also going to have to disagree with you on the fact that the scientists were promoting this video for white supremacy. If they wanted to promote this video for white supremacy, they would not be promoting natural hair. I think, people need to understand that America has moved into a new era of white supremacy. White supremacists now are trying to assimilate other races into white culture. They're trying to rid America of black culture, Mexican culture, Asian culture. They want everybody to assimilate under white culture. They don't want us to segregate. They just want they want everything to be done a white way. And that's the new tactic that white supremacists are using now. So that's why they're doing so much force. That's why they have so much force in trying to scare whites into thinking that blacks are criminals, and we're always we're always taking from welfare. That's why they want other whites to rid the U.S. of Mexican and Asian immigrants. Also, that's why they promote this whole Jewish propaganda about how evil the Jews are, simply because they want to blame us for the decline in social status of white people. So that's the tactic that they're using now. And I want to give you one example as to why I say that. In Brazil is, if you don't know anything about Brazil has the highest black population outside of Africa. And if you've ever been to Brazil, you can definitely see, how mixed the races are. How just everyone's mixed, racially mixed down there. And this came to be because in Brazil, I can't remember exactly if it was either shortly before slavery ended or shortly after slavery ended. The Brazilian government, because the African population was so high in Brazil, the Brazilian government brought over 4 million Europeans because they wanted them to integrate with the Africans to basically breed out the black race. The government did this. The government paid for these Europeans to come over there to live. They gave them homes. They gave them food. They put them in the same housing complexes as the black Africans, the people that were slaves at one point. And the government was successful. They wanted to dilute the black race, and that's what they did. And now they are the number one multiracial country in the world. And so they figured, well, in order for us to live in a civilized society, the whiter it is, the better. So I think for you to say white men are promoting white supremacy by wanting us to embrace our black side, there's no way. You know, whites don't want us to embrace our black side simply because they've experienced too much of that in the 60s, and it only led to black power, you know, black pride, and they don't like that at all. So I just think that, you know, maybe that's something, you know, to think about. So that's my take on it.